Okay, welcome everybody. Tuesday morning, 9:30 yoga. We're gonna do today kind of an HPF. It's usually hot power fusion, but since you're doing it from home, it's home power fusion and minus the heat. So we're gonna build our own heat today using Ujjayi breath. Um, so breathing in and out through your nose. And what's different about this breath is that you consciously use the muscles in the back of your throat to slow down your exhale. So when you slow down your exhale, you retain some of the heat and some of the energy kind of inside and flows throughout your body. And then a different thing about this practice than what we normally do with the flows is there's no down dogs or chaturangas. So if you ever have like wrist or shoulder things, this is a great practice to do because it's still very intense and strengthening, but a lot less impact and less stress on your joints, on your arms. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And then within this practice, it's very much a practice of balance. So we will do a lot of movement in one direction and then right afterwards the other. So it's all about balance, either side to side or forward and back, finding balance in our bodies to create strength. So a lot of isometric strengthening, and it's a very focused practice. So we'll move slow, maybe slower than you're used to moving with me, but that's the intention. That's the challenge, is to stay with it and to kind of just give yourself the space to get into these postures and feel these postures. So if you are going to be jumping onto the playlist that I'm using, it's called Las Olas, and you can scan it on the screen. And then once you have the playlist up on your phone, I'm going to count down to press play. So I'm going to stop the share. Okay. And also, last thing, if you have a block and or a strap available, go ahead and grab both of those things. So if you have a block and or a strap, you don't need them, but they will be helpful tools in your practice and they'll help us to go a little bit deeper. So I'll offer those, but as I mentioned, you don't need them. So count down to play the first song in 3, 2, 1, press play. And just get your volume adjusted how you want it. And meet me on your feet. So standing Shavasana. Bring your feet together to touch, or maybe a little bit farther open, maybe hip width distance for more stability. Face your palms towards the front. Close your eyes and just breathe. Ground down through the four corners of your feet. Maybe shift forward and back to feel your weight and find a neutral spine, your neutral alignment. So this is your neutral alignment, and it kind of looks like that Da Vinci drawing, the Vitruvian Man. So this is neutral, and just imagine exactly that kind of anatomical design. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Draw your belly towards your spine, and lengthen your tailbone down and your ribs together. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Now bring your hands to your heart center and close your eyes, yogis. Your opportunity today to set your intention for your practice. I offer you the intention of finding balance, maybe equanimity in your body, and as best we can in our lives. So one more breath, inhale. Open mouth, exhale out. Press your palms together to turn on the muscles in your upper body. Now blink your eyes open. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms up over your head and breathe. Turn your pinkies in and relax your shoulders down, maybe even broaden through your upper back. Inhale. Exhale. Cactus your arms back bend. Open up. Press your hips forward. Lift your chest and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your upper thighs. Pause and breathe here. Shift your weight forward into the ball mounts of your toes. Add a slight micro bend in your knees and lengthen from your tailbone all the way through the crown of your head. So including your head and neck. Gaze directly in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, tuck in, curl, bend your knees. Lift your heels as high as you can and squeeze everything in. Open up through the back line of your body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Now turn on your Ujjayi breath. Seal your lips. Begin to breathe in and out through your nose. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise up. Let's flow breath to movement. Exhale, back bend, cactus your arms. Open up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck and curl. Lift your heels. Inhale, mountain pose. Adding on. Rise up. And this time, bring your palms together at the top. Now interlace your hands to find a steeple grip. I think you can see my hands. Press your palms together. Inhale, lengthen from the floor to the ceiling first. Exhale, side body stretch or hot half moon to the right. So press evenly into your feet. Send your hips to the left. Press your palms together and send your fingertips to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Just warm up through your side body. Exhale, hot half moon to the left. Press your hips right and start to open through your right side. Inhale, come back to center. Release your hands, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend, cactus your arms. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck and curl, lift your heels. One last time, yogis. Inhale, mountain pose. Ground down, rise up. Now we're going to stay a little longer in this posture. Interlace your hands, come back to your steeple grip. Ground down and lengthen through your body first. Breathe in. Exhale, hot half moon to the right. And just breathe here. Now again, push actively into your feet to engage the muscles in your legs. Draw your belly towards your spine to activate your core muscles. So stay active in your right side here rather than crunching into your side. Lift up almost like you're going over something. Think about a rainbow. And then use your right hand to pull on your left arm and deepen the stretch in your left intercostal muscles, the muscles in between your ribs. Now inhale back to center. Ooh. Exhale to the left, hot half moon. Same thing, stay active, push down and almost lengthen just like a bow and arrow. So press into the floor with your feet and lengthen through your hands. Now stay active through your left side body. Inhale, rise back up. Option to keep your hands in your steeple grip, or you can bring your hands to your lower back, point your fingertips down and squeeze your elbows towards each other for extended back bend. If you're taking the steeple grip, press your palms together. Inhale, lengthen whatever variation you choose. Exhale, back bend. Press your hips forward. Again, lift up to lengthen. Draw your belly towards your spine to protect your lower back. Inhale, rise back up. Come back into your steeple grip. Add a slight micro bend into your knees. And then exhale, fold forward. Use your core to lower yourself down. And then release your hands at the bottom and just bend one knee and then the other. Walk it out. Let your head hang heavy. Now bend both knees a lot. Take your hands behind your heels and slide them underneath your heels. Press your heels down to keep your hands right where they are. And then lift your hips. Breathe in. Exhale, pull on your hands and lower your chest or chin towards your thighs. One more time, inhale, lift up, lengthen first, lift up through your hips. Exhale out. Slowly release your hands. Bend your knees, come back to your steeple grip, power up through your legs and your core. Inhale, slowly rise to stand. Exhale, release your hands down to your sides. Ooh, little shake out. Okay, if you have a block, option to use your block here for awkward series. So this is called awkward series because it doesn't feel very natural, but I'll show you sideways for alignment. Bring your arms up over your head, breathe in. Exhale, lower down, chair pose. Now bring your hands out in front of you, Frankenstein arms. That's it. Sit low in your chair and shift your weight back into your heels. Squeeze your block to activate your inner thighs and your lower belly. And then lengthen from your tailbone again through the crown of your head. So lengthen through your spine. Breathe in. Exhale, sit a little lower and just start to feel your thighs turn on. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, sit deeper. Now keep your arms where they are. Inhale, rise up to stand. Keep your block and then rise all the way up to your toes. Oh, find your balance. Find something in front of you to gaze on. And then exhale, bend your knees. Slowly lower down. This time, keep your hips or keep your shoulders in line over your hips. Squeeze your block to turn on your core and control the lower down. Now, don't go too low where you're actually just sitting on your heels. Stay active through your legs. Squeeze your block. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly inhale with control to rise. Lower down to your heels and remove your block. This time, last round, a little different. So turn your toes in towards each other and bend your knees. Bring your knees together. This is the really awkward one. Okay. Bring your block in between your hands and actively push into your block. So press your hands and bend your knees even more to lower down. Again, keep your shoulders directly over your hips. And then lift your heels as much as you need. Continue to lower down and stay active. Actually squeeze your inner thighs together. Breathe. 4, 3, maybe little bounces at the bottom. 2, 1. Now inhale, slowly rise. Use your inner thighs. And then exhale, lower down. Shake it out. Place your block on the side. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise up. Exhale, eagle on the right. So swing your right arm under your left. You can take a bear hug here if you want. Bring your hands to your outer shoulders or the backs of your hands together. Full bind is the fronts or the palms of your hands together. Now squeeze your elbows in towards your chest and press your forearms away from your face. That's it. Now sit low in your chair. Bend your knees and cross your right leg as high over your left as you can. You can kickstand your toes here. Maybe hover your right foot or try on the full bind. Cross your right leg around your left. Now press your left hip forward to square your hips to the front. Squeeze your elbows in, but lengthen from your tailbone again through the crown of your head. So squeeze everything in and slow your breath. Find your gaze. For 4, 3, 2. Keep your eagle arms in 1. Inhale, rise up, whatever arm variation you have. One leg Tadasana. Bring your right knee in line with your hip. And exhale, eagle airplane. So send your right leg straight back behind you. I'll show you sideways. Keep your eagle arms. Again, press into your standing foot. Maybe slight micro bend in your left knee to square your hips to the mat and push down to rise. Inhale, bring your palms together. Exhale, balancing stick. Press your palms towards each other and squeeze your inner arms as you send your arms out and extend your right heel back. Inhale, rise up to stand. Woo. Exhale, eagle on the left. We got to do that all on the left side. So same options, either a bear hug, back of your hands, or palms together. Squeeze your elbows in and press your forearms away from your face. Bend your knees, sit in your chair pose, and then cross your left leg over your right. Same thing, either option for the kickstand. Test out your balance, hover, or maybe full bind. So what's happening in your eagle pose is what we call the tourniquet effect, a temporary cut off of your circulation or slow down of your blood circulation in your limbs. So your legs and your arms, to then find release when you open back up. Now slowly ground down through your right foot. Inhale, one leg Tadasana with eagle arm. Exhale, eagle airplane. Take your time, shift your gaze from the front of the room to the front of your mat. Add the slight micro bend in your right knee. Press up and out of your right hip. Inhale, bring your hands to your heart. Exhale, balancing stick. Press your palms together. Ooh, and lengthen forward. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, release your hands to your sides. Nice. So shift your weight into your left foot. Inhale, one leg Tadasana. So you can stay right here and focus on your balance. Or if you want, you can also layer in a strap at any point. So from here, if you want to take this a little farther, inhale, lengthen through your spine first. Exhale, hinge forward and bring your chest down to meet your thigh. So keep your knee in line with your hip and then lower to lengthen through your thigh, or to lengthen through your lower back, actually. You can stay right here again and just open up through the back line of your body. Or the next layer, again, you have the option to keep your strap, is to kick, wow, press into your standing leg, and then kick your right foot out. Now the work here is to lengthen your spine forward as you push into your standing foot and lift up and away from the ground. Maybe draw your forehead closer to your knee for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly unwind here with control and come back to one leg Tadasana. Woo! Bring your right knee back in line with your left and kick your right foot back. Grab your foot from the inside. So grab your foot from the inside and then reach your left arm up and overhead. Breathe in here. Exhale, standing bow pulling pose. Kick your right foot into your right hand and press your left hand down. So lengthen from your left fingertips all the way through your right toes. Now bend your left knee, square your right hip forward, and then push into the floor and kick a little higher. That's it. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, slowly rise to stand. Exhale, lower down. Shake it all out. Okay, come back to center. Shift your weight into your right foot and lift your left knee up, same thing. So bring your knee in line with your hip, stay here, optional work on your balance, and just breathe. Find your drishti, your focus. And next layer, you can grab your strap or just wrap your hands around your right foot or left foot. Now bring your chest in line with your thigh and stay here, or start to kick your left foot out. So add the bend in your right knee to stabilize and then push up and away from the ground. Draw your belly in and hinge forward from your waist. Squeeze your inner arms towards each other. Breathe in. Exhale out. Slowly unwind and come back to standing at attention. Take your left foot back. Grab your foot from the inside. Draw your knees together and reach your right arm up. I'll go sideways. Now kick into standing bow pulling pose. Kick your left foot into your left hand and press your right hand down. Breathe in, lower down, bend your knee. Press your left hip forward. And exhale, kick down and out at the same time. Breathe. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slowly rise. And exhale, release your hands. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale your hand to your heart. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Nice. Slowly release your hands to your sides. And come to tree pose. So there's a couple of different options here. For a tree, you can bring, we'll start with the right foot, your foot either to a kickstand and just start to work on balance. Bring your hands back to your heart or maybe up to your calf. Again, play with the test in your balance. Next layer, maybe up to your thigh. Now try to avoid placing your foot on your knee, either above or below. So choose one of those two layers. Now actively push into your left foot to activate your left inner thigh into your right foot. Next layer, this is called hot tree. And this is intended to open up through your knee joint and your ankle joint. So you bring the knife edge of your left foot to your left hip, or right foot to your left hip crease. So right there, and it sits right there. And again, you can bring your hands to your heart and breathe, or maybe grow your branches and reach up and out. Again, actively push into your left foot to find length. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly lower. Maybe use your hands to unwind. Bring your feet back together and switch sides. So same thing, kickstand either your left foot to your calf, your upper thigh, or if you tried on the hot style, try it on here. You may notice one side's a little different. That's all right. Find the knife edge of your right leg, or find the knife edge to the hip crease of your right leg, and then bring your hands together. Now press into your foot, strengthen up. Next layer, maybe grow your branches. A little swing side to side or shaking just means that you're building some more muscle. Mostly the stabilizing muscles in your ankles and your knees that will prevent some injuries from happening. Slowly bring your hands back together. And then you can use your hands, release your foot, shake it out. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, cactus arms back, bend, open up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands and step back. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and micro bend in your elbows. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot forward. Now inhale, warrior two, spin your arms open and spin your back foot parallel to the back of your mat. I'm going to show you this way. There we go. Get low in your front leg and stack your right knee over your right ankle. Now inhale, hinge forward and lengthen. Exhale, extended side angle, or also known as hot triangle. So they look the same, but they're called different things. Get lower in your lunge and press actively into your right thigh to open up and expand through your chest and shoulders. Nice. Inhale, star pose. Turn your toes out and heels in. So walk your feet in a little bit closer. That's it. Breathe in. Exhale, horse. Get low. Maybe shift side to side. And then bring your hands to your thighs and settle in. Inhale, puff up through your chest. Exhale, drop your left shoulder and gaze over your right. Press your left thigh open. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop your right shoulder, gaze left. Inhale, center. Exhale, your hands to heart. Inhale, star pose, open up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up and back. Exhale, low lunge, plant your hands. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step forward. Inhale, warrior two, spin open to warrior two on the left. So point your left knees and toes forward. Press actively into the knife edge of your back foot. Get low in your lunge and stack your hips directly over your shoulders. Now inhale, lengthen forward first, hinge through your side body. Exhale, hot triangle. Press into your left thigh and press your thigh back into your elbow. Inhale, star pose. Walk your feet in and then turn your toes out, heels in. This time, exhale, prasarita. Turn your toes forward and hinge forward from your waist. Open up through your hamstrings here. So shift your weight forward into the ball mounts of your feet and then bend one knee and then the other. Come back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, star pose. Rise back up, toes out, heels in. Exhale, lower down to horse. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up and back. Exhale, low lunge, plant your hands. Inhale, high plank, step back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come down to your knees. Have a seat. Towel off, take a quick sip of water, and then roll down to your back. And let's do a little core. So if you have a block, grab your block. You can also do this with a pillow. So lay down on your back, place your block or your pillow in between your feet. Now reach your arms up and over your head and try to keep your feet stacked over your hips rather than closer to you. So think tailbone down and then reach your hands up to grab your block. And then lower down. Take your time, nice and slow. Lift up. And then lower down. Exhale, lift up. And lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. And that's 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees and just bring your feet to the mat, rock side to side. Neutralize your spine, that's it. Now this time, send both legs up the wall and hover your left leg over the ground. Take your block in your hands on the other side of your right leg and then just pulse it up. So it's lift, lift, exhale. For 4, 3, other leg in 2, 1, lift, exhale. For 4, 3, alternate in 1, so it's switch, switch, exhale, lift, switch, that's it for 8, 7, flex your feet to keep your legs active. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it where you are now, pulse it, lift. Just your bottom leg for 4, 3, other side in 2, 1, lift, switch, exhale, For 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees to your chest. Rock side to side. And then rock and roll back and forth. Rock and roll. And then cross your legs. Plant your hands. And meet me in tabletop. So tabletop, take your block in between your thighs. Block in between your thighs. Bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Press into your fingertips and lift your knees off the mat. Just hovering tabletop. Squeeze your block a lot. Now twist it out. So it goes right, left, right, left. Exhale. Exhale. Use your obliques here and your inner thighs to engage your lower belly at the same time. For 8, 7, 6, 5. That's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center, hovering tabletop. Now listen up, lift up and out of your shoulders. So push into the floor and then lower down. 2 more. It's lift, lower, lift. Exhale, exhale. Just 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down to your knees and shake it out. Get rid of your block. Nice job, yogis. Shake out your arms, your wrists. That's the most we'll be doing on them today. And then, well, we'll do a little inversion right now. And then that's it. So for today, we're going to work on frog pose and our flying frog. So bring your feet to the mat. And what you can also do is if you have a block, you can also have a seat on your block. So that works too, any layer or height that you like to work on frog pose. And you may just want to sit here and work on your inner thigh opening and your outer hips. So bring your elbows to your thighs and press open. Press your hands into each other. Now lift your chest and lengthen through your spine. This is a great spine stretch, as well as a thigh expander. Now next layer, if you want to try to fly it out, keep that same elbow to thigh pressure and bring your hands in front of you. So just from here, woo, right to there. Shift your weight forward onto your feet, maybe onto the ball mounts of your toes. Spread your fingers wide. Now squeeze your elbows in and back. Shift your weight forward onto your toes and maybe fly out your legs. And this is why it's called flying frog. And then as you're ready, come back to frog pose. And then remove your block and lower down to child's pose. Bring your toes together to touch, your knees out wide. Reach your arms out long. Bring your forehead to the mat and breathe. Your first child's pose of the day. So take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Inhale, tabletop, rise up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Send your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, or exhale, half pigeon. Bring your right shin close to parallel to the front of your mat and slide your left toes out. Now, if you have a block, and this is a little challenging, you can bring your block underneath your right thigh for a little bit more height. And now wherever you are, inhale, lift up, lengthen through your spine first. Maybe gaze over your right shoulder and then lower down to sleeping pigeon. Bring your forehead to your hands or to the mat, even to a block. And just breathe into your right outer hip stretch. Slowly bring your hands back to the mat and rise up. Toe heel your left toes forward. Inhale, three-legged dog, send your right leg high. Exhale, shake it out, scorpion your dog. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your left shin in line with the front of your mat. And same options, toe heel your right toes back. And then maybe even grab your block and place it under your left hip. Press your right hip forward. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, hinge forward or sleeping pigeon. Walk your hands back up. And then same thing, toe heel your right toes forward, lift up a little. Inhale, three-legged dog, send your left leg high. Exhale, scorpion dog, bend your knee. Inhale through center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hinge forward, high plank. Exhale, slowly lower to your belly, all the way down. Now keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Zip your feet up together. I'm going to show you sideways for baby cobra. So press into the tops of your feet. Press into your fingertips just a little. Draw your belly towards your spine and lift your chest off the mat. Activate through your legs. Push down, draw your belly in, and then lift a little higher. Very little weight in your hands. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Bring your left cheek to the mat and your hands to your sides and just relax. Allow your heels to fall open. Now bring your chin back to center and bend your knees. Prepare for floor bow. So grab the outsides of your feet and draw your feet and knees together. Bring your chin to center, lift your chest, and now breathe in. Exhale, kick your feet into your hands. Kick hard, squeeze your inner thighs towards each other, and draw your belly towards your spine. Engage your core to protect your lower back. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down and drop your right cheek to the mat. Release your hands to your sides and then maybe windshield wiper your legs side to side. And release in your lower back. And then bring your feet down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up to a seat. Okay, so remember how I mentioned we are doing a lot of the balance, right? Forward and backwards. So we just did a lot of spine strengtheners and opening up through the front line of our body. And we're going to continue that like forward and backwards movement here for fixed firm. So you've got a lot of different options. Bring your feet outside of your hips. So this is one option. So kind of like hero's pose where you sit on your heels, your knees together, but then bring your feet outside, and you can use a block and have a seat right here. So the intention of this posture is focusing on opening up the tendons in your knees and in your ankles and the tops of your feet. So that takes time, slow opening through all these tissues that don't have a lot of blood flow. So that's why we gotta stretch them out so we don't tear them. So one option, stay right there and just breathe. Next option, if you don't wanna use the block, settle in right here and just check in here. You should feel maybe a little out of your comfort zone, but not pain, no pinching in your knees, right? Maybe a little bit of discomfort that feels like a stretch. Next layer, if you want to go a little deeper, lower it down to your forearms. So come down to your forearms and just breathe right here. This is a layer. Hang out and you'll start to feel some quad stretch start to happen. And if you have a lot of flexibility in your joints and this doesn't feel like anything to you, I'm going to go sideways so you can see. You can lower down from your forearms. Just test the waters. So start to slide out your hands. Maybe drop down to the back of your head. And then bring your arms over your head. Again, breathe here into your knee joints, into your lower back, and into your hip flexors. And then slowly make your way back up. So bring your hands to your feet. Rise up to your forearms, then up to your hands, and then all the way up to your knees and stretch it out. Take it slow. This one is pretty deep, but also really important to preventing injury. So just like all of those muscle stabilizers around our knees and ankles, so too the tendons and the joints can tear easily. So the more that we stretch them out like that, the more flexible they become. Okay, so from here, this is tortoise pose. I'm gonna stay this way. Keep your heels together, have a seat. So hero's pose, bring your palms together at the top. Now press your palms together, relax your shoulders, and draw your chin to your chest. Begin to roll down. And again, focus on opening through the back line of your body. Roll all the way down, maybe even place your crown of your head on the mat before your hands touch down. Now, once you're there, actively push into the knife edge of your hands and sit your hips down to your heels. Breathe here, open up into your lower back. And think of length all the way from your tailbone through your fingertips. Now, core challenge here. Draw your belly towards your spine, glue your heels to your hips or hips to your heels, and then lift your arms. Now lift your head and slowly roll back up. That's it. Release your hands to your sides. And then counter stretch. If you have a block, option to use a block for a camel pose. So bring your block between your thighs. Again, this is to activate your inner thighs and lower belly and protect your lower back. Bring your hands to your lower back. Squeeze your elbows towards each other. Begin to press your hips forward. Now lift your chest and lift your gaze and walk your gaze along the ceiling. Maybe reach your hands towards your heels and then press your hips forward as you squeeze your block. Again, lift your chest. Continue to walk your gaze and maybe drop your head back down behind you. Breathe. And carefully walk back up. Have a seat in hero's pose. Remove your block. Place it on the side. Just close your eyes and bring your hands to your thighs. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale out. Ooh, big heart opener. Okay, last one here. So rabbit pose, kind of like tortoise, but take your hands to the insides of your feet, your inner arches, kind of right here. And again, draw your chin to your chest, roll down, and bring your forehead as close to your knees as possible. Bring the crown of your head to the mat, and then start to lift your hips. Now, as you lift your hips, breathe in. Exhale, pull on your heels. Activate your arms and take the weight out of the crown of your head. Inhale to lift your hips. Exhale, use your arms. So this is a big, big upper back and cervical spine opener. Use your hands here to take the weight out of the top of your head. And then slowly lower your hips down to your heels and roll up. Ooh. Send your hips to the side, send your legs out long in front of you. And then take your right leg out, bend your left knee. Inhale, reach your arms up and over your head. Exhale, half butterfly. Reach your hands towards your right foot. Lower your chest down towards your thigh, and then ground down through your left sits bone. You want to feel this in your left lower back. So just let your head hang heavy and allow your breath to happen naturally. Slowly roll up your spine. Ooh, and then switch sides. Send your left leg out. Bring your right knee in. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead and turn to face your left leg. Hinge forward. And ground down through your left or your right sits bone. Again, let your head hang heavy. And just breathe into your right lower back, maybe your left hamstring a little. And slowly roll back up. Send your legs out long in front of you. Bend your knees as much as you like, or if you have a strap, you can use your strap. You can also use your block to deepen the stretch. If you have open hamstrings, place your block outside of your feet. Reach your arms up and over your head. Inhale, lengthen through your spine first. Exhale, hinge forward from your waist and reach for the outside of your block. Deep breath in, lengthen through your spine first. Exhale, hinge forward. One more time, breathe in. Exhale out. Slowly release your block and roll up your spine. And this time, bend your knees. You can bring your block with you if you like, and roll all the way down to your back. Bring your knees into your chest. And bring your block in between your thighs if you have it, since we have it, for bridge pose. So bring your feet close to your glutes, squeeze your block with your inner thighs, and push into the floor. Now interlace your hands underneath you and shimmy your shoulders underneath yourself to press into your forearms and open up through your chest and shoulders. Push into your feet and engage your inner thighs. Find length through your spine and draw your chin away from your chest. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, slowly unwind. Roll back down your spine. And then bring your knees into your chest and remove your block. Just rock side to side, massage your lower back. Bring your feet back to the mat. And this time, supported bridge. So lift your hips up, slide your block underneath your lower back, and then bring your hands to your sides and just breathe. So this posture here is amazing for relieving stress, anxiety. It's also great for people who suffer from asthma. Create space in your diaphragm here. The next layer, if you want to go a little deeper, send your legs out long, and then reach your arms up and overhead. Take this full body stretch here. If you feel the space that you're creating in your body, especially in your midsection, and breathe. And slowly rebend your knees. Bring your hands to your sides and lift your hips off of your block. Slide your block out and roll down your spine. And just knock your knees side to side. Neutralize your spine. And bring your knees into your chest. Send your left leg out long and squeeze your right knee into your right armpit. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, supine twist to the right. So drop your right leg to the left side and then relax your right shoulder down and gaze left. Slow your breath and just gently allow gravity to create space in your lower back here. Bring your knees back into your chest. And then switch sides. Send your right leg out long, squeeze your left knee in. Inhale. Exhale. Supine twist to the left. Drop your left leg to the right and relax your left shoulder down. Gaze left and breathe. Turn your knees back into your chest. Now grab the insides of the soles of your feet. That's it. And just rock side to side. Maybe send one leg out long and then the other. Take any final movements you need here in your body. And then squeeze your knees into your chest. Take a deep breath in. And biggest exhale for final Shavasana. So allow your toes to fall open. Allow your palms to face the ceiling. And allow your body these last few moments of final rest and active recovery. Not so active recovery. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Now, yogis, you're welcome to stay in Shavasana. If you're ready to move on with your day, just start by deepening your breath. So take a deep breath in. A big open mouth, exhale out. You begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Take a long body stretch. And exhale, draw your knees into your chest. And roll over to one side. In your own time, just make your way up to a seat. You can use your hands to guide you up and keep your eyes closed. Ground down through your sits bones. Find your Sukhasana, easy seat. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Bring your palms together at the top. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Take one more big breath together, yogis. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale out. Draw your thumbs to your third eye and bow forward to seal your practice. Namaste. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you next week.